Hello, everyone, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder Big Boys Season, Episode 11. I remember what I forgot to update the episode count. This is the beginning of our second season, which is a meaningless distinction, but here we are. And because we're just rolling right with it. Yeah, we are back after a rather explosive episode where things went awry after a confrontation with some giants. But before we get to the recap, I am Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I am a Dungeons & Dragons content producer and tabletop gaming designer. I am the Dungeon Master of this game and Dungeon Master of a show called The Ghost in the Machine here on Dice Priori. Let us introduce you to our lovely cast of players. Let's start with Faye.
Hello, I'm Faye. My Twitter is at FayeHots. My Twitch is Faye14, where I stream basically only TFT right now because it's pretty fun. I guess it's kind of fun. And I play an artificer named Aubrey Harper.
Awesome.
She's, she makes things.
That's crazy.
Absolutely insane. Crowan.
Hello, my name is Crowan. Find me on Twitter and Twitch at Crowan. I also play a lot of TFT, eventually Classic WoW, but TFT for now. And I'll be playing variant Tiefling Sorcerer, Zane Kodakai. And yeah, that's about it.
Nice. This is a Classic WoW promo stream is what this is.
Eventually.
Hey, I'm not mad. Casanova.
Hello, I am Casanova. I play the human bard, Lucius Cavaliers, and you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Casanova Hots, where I do stuff sometimes. Alright.
Wow, amazing. May.
Hi, I'm May. You can find me on Twitter at MaybeBuzz, and I am playing Alyssa Seleniari, who is an Aasimar druid.
Yeah. And last but certainly not least, Tomster.
I am Tom. I play Kaiser Swan, who is human warrior. My Twitch Twitter is Tomster_hot.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, is that it?
Good.
Okay.
I thought I had more there.
He's a professional D&D streamer.
Oh, it's okay. In 4 days, Tom and I are doing birthday stream. Twitch.tv/Crowan. Tom, have you decided if you're streaming or not yet? For that one?
We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Maybe Tom will stream it. But I'll for sure be streaming it 4 days, starting at 5 p.m. CST? Question mark.
Something like that.
So on Tuesday the 9th, yeah?
Yeah, on the 9th.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Nice. Excellent. Alrighty. Well then, that was lovely. We'll be sure to check out the Duo birthday stream. So, when we last left our heroes, they had arrived in the city of Tribor in order to gain allies for their fight against the Zentarum and a potentially a growing giant menace. Upon arriving in Tribor, they discovered that the giant threat was indeed real, and that the stretch of the Zentarum had spread far and wide. They made some key negotiations, a few key points of contact, among them the lady of the town, who prepared the town's defenses against the oncoming giant onslaught, and a psychic named Lemmy Two Shoes, who they sent to Mirabar in a kind of shaky alliance. And the giants came to two fully grown and very strong and threatening fire giants led a phalanx, a small detachment of orc and half orc / half giant ogron enemies. The battle ensued, and the party was triumphant on the eastern front, and then could begin to confront the giants' primary force in the shrine of the war god. A difficult battle ensued, where they used the lodestones to lay waste to the giants. And Maya, the long-time associate, and former associate, and once lover of, romantic interest of Lucius Cavaliers, betrayed them by triggering a kind of series of these lodestone explosions. Everyone's vision went white, but not before they saw Kaiser as he was rushing forward at the behest of Maya, or for whatever reason he rushed forward. He was picked up by a very interesting contraption from a approaching skyship. And that is where we left last session, with everyone being rendered unconscious by the massive thunderous explosion, lives hanging in the balance, and Kaiser being flown off in a northwesterly direction. So, we pick back up in that very scenario. The four of you, not Kaiser, eventually come to. You slip in and out of consciousness. Every once in a while your eyes open and you see figures move above you. You are in a haze of pain and terror. You look to the left. You see some familiar figures, but your vision's too hazy. Look to the right. You see your companions. Eventually, after some time, your eyes all do open, and you are in some kind of infirmary, a kind of barracks, and you are being attended to. The four of you are. Kaiser, you have very much the same experience. Your vision is in and out. You see figures in front of you and passing by you as your wounds are apparently attended to, although not as kindly. And you could feel cold stone on your skin as you begin to come to consciousness. Party, that is not Kaiser. What do you wish to do? You are waking up in the infirmary.
Kaiser. Look around and see.
There's no Kaiser.
We saw Kaiser get taken by the airship, right?
Yep, you saw him got hooked up into the sky.
I was waving goodbye.
Is everyone else all right? Are we all here?
Nothing is all right. What happened?
Did you see the same things that I did with Maya?
I still don't believe it, but I think I did. I saw her being so reckless, running towards the giants standing on top of the metal. And she called out to me. I thought she just meant to push forward and deal with them, but it seems as though she wanted me, but they got Kaiser instead. It's all my fault. It's always my fault.
I am... Forgive me, I am very confused right now. Did... Lucius, you were not conspiring with her, were you?
No, of course not. I haven't spoken with her in years. I came back and I was so blind to everything. I would never think that she would be working on... Well, I'm not even sure what she's doing, but that seemed as though the Zentrum were after these Wundendad pieces. And that was certainly not giants that flew off with that.
Zane would want to insight check. Oh. Natural 1 for 6. You wanted to insight check the, like, if he was in on the thing with Maya, trying to gauge the truth of that.
As I'm trying to convince him that I was not.
All right. I don't know. It is very confusing. Why did... what did she say? She said something of you will have to do, and she took Kaiser.
That's what I heard as well, but I don't understand. What did she want from one of us? Why did she...
I mean, she wanted
Now
you.
they take...
Probably a hostage.
And they took Kaiser. They took the only friend I've had for so long. I mean, until we met all of you, but Kaiser's been with me for so long, and I finally just had him back after all this time. And I thought I finally had Maya back, and they took him, but... No, we have to go after him. We have to find him.
This is a very unfortunate circumstance. Of course, you have suffered many losses, Lucius. And of course, I want to help. The matter of the fact is that people that we thought were our allies are not in Maya. We do not know where they have gone. Is anyone, perhaps someone else, saw where they have gone? I don't even know if we can track them.
I point in the direction that the ship flew off. They went that way.
You saw it, Elisa?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, they were in an airship, so if anyone saw where they went, it shouldn't be that hard to perhaps follow the direction of where it went.
Are we alone? Okay. I have an idea, but I need to speak with you all alone. I haven't been entirely truthful this whole time that I've been with you, and I think it's time that I come clean with it all.
That's good.
Is part of this related to what I wanted to ask you about your past? Is a long story that we did not have time for before?
Partially, but not entirely.
Ah.
That's not entirely relevant to, I think, what's going on, but maybe we could use some of it to help.
Well, let us hope that it does help, indeed. I don't know. Perhaps we should meet with Lady Shengel and see. I mean, the town, I suppose, is okay. We are in an infirmary, so the town did not fall, at least. But we still have greater issues at hand.
Yes, agreed. We need to find out what happened first, and
Yes.
see if we can find a way to find where Kaiser went, and then at some point have a talk.
Of course, that is a priority. But are any of you you're able to walk, able to move? You are feeling well enough for that? Okay,
I think so.
that's good. Elisa, you too? You are muted.
As always.
You are still muted.
I'm fine.
Okay. That is good to hear.
Oh, her voice wasn't working. Scared me for a second.
It was concerning, yes. Well, yes, I think we'll talk to whoever is here, and then we can have your discussion after. Lucius?
That's fine.
Okay.
We need to act quickly. We don't know what they want with Kaiser.
Of course. Zeno called. Excuse me? Excusez-moi?
Yes.
Yes, first of all, thank you for making sure that we are okay. And I would like to request to meet with Lady Shengel as soon as possible.
We have sent word.
Ah.
She'll be here shortly.
Good, thank you.
Do you have any information about what happened after the fight that you can share, or should we wait?
It's best for Lady Chandra to tell you, but I can tell you that we at least beat back the giant menace at great cost. Most of the 12 are dead.
Ah,
Lady Chandra was gravely wounded. By the turncoat.
But she is alive and stable? In stable condition?
Yes, she is alive.
That is good to hear. And my condolences for your fallen.
Thank you. After a few moments, Lady Shadril does enter, and you can see she has a bandage on her kidney area, her torso area. She steps up into the center of the room and looks at the four of you laying kind of on your bed, sitting up, what have you. That was quite the ordeal we just went through.
Indeed, Lady Shangel, I'm glad to see you alive. But we have many questions about what has happened, what has occurred.
You've been out for a couple of days, so it's not unlikely.
Was it that long? A couple of days?
Almost 48 hours.
Well, then we don't have much time.
Monsieur? What have you figured out about this ship that came? It took one of ours. It took Kaiser, as I'm sure you have noticed, but...
We certainly did. Switch my music up here a little bit. It blindsided us, to be sure. We didn't even so much as catch the name, but we did see that it was heading off in the northwest direction. We attempted to dispatch a scout to track the ship, but they lost them in the Star Metal Hills. It was traveling almost directly northwest, and then started to veer a little more towards Neverwinter Wood. That was the last we saw of it. Of course, a land force traveling after an airborne force across hills was bound to lose it. So we're thinking they either headed towards Helm's Hold, Port Last, Neverwinter perhaps, maybe Luskin. There's a lot of pirate activity out of Luskin. Or perhaps even Gauntlgrim.
Is that the same direction that they arrives from?
No, they arrived from the east.
They arrived from east and left to the west. Gauntlgrim... Never mind for now. That is strange. Well, are your scouts still attempting to scout, or have they come back?
The ship was traveling almost over 25 miles an hour. The scouts couldn't keep up with them once they passed over the hills.
Of course.
They lost the ship.
Well, this changes quite a few things, Lady Shangel. First of all, I would like to offer my condolences for your fallen. However, we are still both standing, so I suppose all is not lost.
Not yet. We got news this morning from Goldenfields. It's been annihilated by a hill giant attack.
More giants.
Yes. And this afternoon we got another letter. Bryn Shander was also destroyed by frost giants. Thousands are dead. So it would seem that we got off lucky.
In some ways, I suppose so.
She says, I have a gift for you. And a guard brings in a rather large, literally a giant-size sack of treasure. Your spoils for attacking the vanguard.
Thank you, Lady Central. It is most generous.
I don't know where they might have taken Kaiser, but I do know that airships are rather rare, even in the Savage Frontier. So it shouldn't be hard to keep tracking. We unfortunately were only able to spare the scout for that mission for that 24 hours.
Ah, yes. What are your plans now, Lady Shinjil, with so many giant threats in the area? Perhaps they could come back to Tripar.
Oh, there is a rather powerful group of adventurers in Red Larch that we hope to send word to. Also, the Harpers are our next course of action as well. In fact, if you could potentially, we will send word our own, but as I understand it, Mr. Lucius wanted to at least have some sort of audience with a member of the Harpers. So if when you go there, you could impress upon them the importance of what you saw and what you've encountered. Activating Harper agents would be very valuable right now.
We have time for that anymore. With Kaiser taken, I'd prefer to go after him, and Neverland is in the other direction.
Well, go after Kaiser first, but I think you should still make your way to Everland. You have... allow me to be blunt, you have things to atone for, Lucius. And crisis
Yes, I will.
doesn't get in the way of atonement.
Of course. But Harper aid in finding Kaiser and dealing with Maya could be quite impactful if that's something that we could arrange.
Yes.
I know the Harpers have many tools, could assist us in finding and dispatching of these, I presume, Zentrum agents she was working with?
Based on the poison she put in my gut, yes, I think they were Zentarum agents.
It's possibly the worst thing that I could hear, but it doesn't matter now. I just want to find my friend. I just want to find Kaiser.
Well, I hope these supplies help you on your journey.
Is there nothing that the Harpers can do to aid us?
They have to be informed of the tragedy first, which we are working on.
Speaking of Maya, Lady Shinjil, it is most unfortunate. I was wondering if there was anything, now that it is confirmed that she has betrayed all of us, was there anything suspicious about her that you have noticed before? Anything to give an inkling to the idea that she might do something like this?
No, she was always extraordinarily helpful. Very gracious and polite when she rejoined the Harpers. She did her diligence. She did the right things. She took her licks. She always arrived on time. She was a model assistant, and she was instrumental in designing the lodestone traps that she constructed. I didn't understand the breadth of what she had done, but she was a phenomenally gifted mind and a rather powerful bard. So no, I didn't detect anything.
How long was she working with you for?
She thinks. I believe she first came into my direct employment in Tribor a little over a year or two ago.
And all of that time, she was plotting something and nobody knew.
I'm assuming so, yes. Or maybe she
Been
just
here
saw...
the whole time?
Well, Harper's travel a great deal. This was
Yes,
a
of course.
base of operation. She apprenticed under me. She would travel often.
Do you know the places she was traveling to, by chance?
There was a time I sent her to Waterdeep. There was a time I sent her north to Mirabar. There was a time I sent her west to Neverwinter. I've sent her to the 10 Towns, Icewind Dale. I've sent her to several locations.
The Waterdeep one is the most curious out of those, considering that is
She was somewhat from there, was my understanding.
Ah. It means to have further connections then. Interesting. Hmm.
She fooled us all.
Yes, it's not the first time.
No, it wasn't.
She's always been the clever one.
Yes. I don't know what happens next, but I know that Tribor's better because you were here.
Of course.
Best be preparing yourselves. It could take you some time to catch up to Mr. Swoden.
Yeah, we're gonna need those horses you promised us.
Of course, you'll have everything I promised you, and more.
Thank you. Let us hope that this strengthens the bond between us and between Tribor and Mirabar. And I will not forget the things you are doing for us. And hopefully we are able to overcome whatever this greater, larger threat is between multiple fronts.
I hope so as well. Giants, though. If they're being organized by this Zalto, they kept shouting. The fire giants being organized by some Zalto?
Zalto?
They did hear that.
That is what they
Another
were chanting.
chance.
Yeah.
A general or whatever he might be. I mean, 2 fire giants alone were enough to threaten a town of hundreds. There are thousands of fire giants in the realms. If they're becoming organized under a single banner, and if they assemble the Vondenda.
Curious how the Zentrum keep going after it as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Based on Zentarum operations, it's possible they're either trying to beat the giants to the punch or become a broker in the war to come.
Not sure which is worse.
No.
Another question, Lady Shendril. Before when you spoke of this crypt, you said a piece of the Vondendod was supposed to be there, but no one had ever found it before? If this is correct?
Yes. We understood that there were relics beneath, but we quite frankly we preferred to leave sleeping dogs lie. I mean, you've heard all of the stories. You unearth a crypt, a spirit gets loose, etc., etc.
Of course. Had anyone actually ever confirmed the presence of this relic, or not?
Well, I did see the ship flying away with a rather large metal-looking head, so I think that confirms
right.
it. Yeah.
Of course. Yes, I was just curious about that, so that is rather clear.
Unfortunately so. Well, I have to go see to the towns. Good luck in your journey.
Indeed. Hopefully it will not take us too long to recover. Likewise for you.
She gives you a gentle bow and leaves. And you are all able to successfully complete an extended rest.
Yay.
Yep. Kaiser. You are in some kind of cell.
Mm-hmm.
You have cold iron shackles on your hands and feet. Your mouth is bound and gagged with a piece of cloth. I'm actually going to do this because I like this piece better. Your eyes are covered by a blindfold, but it's kind of a thin piece of cloth, so you do see shapes and vague colors in the darkness. You are clearly on some kind of stone-cold floor, and you are exhausted. In fact, you literally have 5 points of exhaustion. You cannot move.
Okay.
And you just hear voices speaking. Do you speak Elvish?
Hey, that's a good question. Oh, I do.
You do. They are speaking in Elven dialect that you are familiar with. And they are talking to one another. And you can go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage.
Let's go. All right. All right.
Yeah,
That's a 6.
All right, doing great. You can only you can hear them pretty well. They don't seem to be trying to conceal what they're saying, but you're having difficulty making out the figure. You see, one of them has is probably a tiefling, and based on the voice, you assume it's Maya. But the other figure is this kind of short, maybe 5 feet, 5'2", feminine figure with brilliant, stark white hair and dark skin, and they are sitting across from a table, and they are talking. Maya speaks. Well, he's not the one that I wanted, he's not the one that I wanted, but I'm hoping to be able to leverage him. The person replies, you've taken a great interest in these adventures. You've committed considerable resources to disrupting them? Corrupting them? I don't know. I'm not quite sure of your play or your angle. Maya replies, it's personal. Anyway, do you want him or not? And the dark elf figure stands up and goes over to the bars and the cells and leans down. She looks over. I do. I do. Maya stands up. We have a deal. They shake hands, and Maya leaves. There's a and a dim light shines from above. The woman opens the jail cell and steps into it. She leans over you. They tell me your name is Kaiser. Kaiser Swoden. This dark elf figure is now speaking to you directly.
Well, I'm gagged, right? So I can't respond really.
She takes a finger, takes off the gag.
Yes.
Tell me, Kaiser, where are you from?
Waterdeep. And what brought you here? Personal reasons, I would say. The ship, I would say, not my fault, but other than that, I'm in this area of the world for personal reasons.
She smacks your hand. No deceptions. Or, if you're going to lie, you're going to have to do better than that.
I have family that lives in the mountains of Gottgrim, I believe, and I'd like to meet them.
The mountains of Gottelgrim. Are you a Goliath?
Not really. I'm like 5'7", short ass Goliath.
Then why would you have family in the mountains?
I don't know. I was told by my parents, who I've never really met, that there's a connection or something in the mountain that I should go to, and so
Abandoned at a young age. Parents that you never met.
yeah.
Why do you think they abandoned you, Kaiser?
That's what I intend to ask.
She stands up. Get some sleep, Kaiswo. And she shuts the jail's door. And walks away. Alrighty, back to Tribor.
Okay.
Are we alone in the infirmary still, or?
You have bought yourself some moments to be alone. Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Yeah, just have the time of your lives, guys. I'm only enslaved. Have fun, guys.
May, you are muted.
Actually muted.
You're not enslaved, you're just imprisoned. Calm down.
I just got sold.
Yikes,
Are you
yikes.
are you trolling?
Read the 14th Amendment, May. Or 13th, sorry. Or wait, no, I can't remember.
Well, it seems that we have a bit of time to ourselves before we can go. So what is it that you need to share with us, Lucius?
May work as a way to find Kaiser. I was initially, well, the reason I have kept it from you all is no malicious intent. Strictly, I was trying to bring it to the Harpers in order to try and get my name cleared and maybe not even reinstated, but forgiven. But I don't give a fuck about that anymore. I just want to find Kaiser and make sure he's safe. I'm gonna pull out the Rod of the Wundendot. So this is the Rod of the Wundendot. I pulled this off of some Zentrum a while back. We could
How long
potentially...
ago?
Doesn't matter. What's important is that potentially we can use this to find Kaiser. Because if what they're looking for are the pieces of the Wundendod, then we can use this ourselves to find the pieces, in turn find them. I wanted to bring this to the Harpers, but as I've said, I don't care about the Harpers anymore. This group, I've been so close to death so many times with you all, but every single time you bring me back, you keep me safe. This is the first real family I've had. The Harpers, it was all superficial. They just wanted another kid they could groom and turn into an agent. But here, this is a family. And I've been the shit of the family. I haven't told you all the truth. I've kept things secret. I haven't been pulling my weight. But right now, all I can ask is that we go and we save Kaiser. And here, hand it to Zane. If you don't want to trust me, you can hold on to it yourself.
And Lucius, why is it that you kept it a secret for so long from us?
Because I assumed that if I shared it, because, well, I haven't had great relationships with people over the course of my life, that you all would want something with it, want to do something with it, and I couldn't use it for what I needed it for. Just to get myself back in with the Harpers. What I realize now is that you all do care, and that the Harpers, they don't matter. It's us here now. Our group that we've brought together. That's what matters.
This is a very complicated stance that you take here. Lucius, saying that it does not matter. I understand that someone very close to you has been taken, but there's more to think about than just that. You want to take this? Go to wherever they are taken and get Kaiser back with what? Just the four of us?
No. My initial idea would be that we use that, speak with the Harpers, get their assistance,
Oh,
say we can use it to help, and then give it to them at the end if they want it. That rod does not matter to me.
Trust the Harpers now, though.
I trust them, I just don't like them. They're good at heart. Deep down, they really do try and do what's best for the people, the innocent. They really do. And they hate the Zentrum with a vengeance.
I mean, maybe the Harpers are good, but how can we trust that everyone who is a Harper isn't a secret agent for the Zentarum like Maya was?
To be honest, I was blinded by a history, an ideal, a future that could never be. The whole time I should have seen through what she was doing. Looking back, the signs were all there. And I let that ideal blind me from the truth. But Lady Chandril and the other Harpers in Everland, if they're Zentrum spies, well, by God, the Harpers are fucked. Because those are people who have been Harpers for the most of their lives and have accomplished many great deeds. Chandril is one we can trust, even if she doesn't trust me.
yes, I suppose there's no real way of knowing who is a part of this interim. It appears that their connections, their influence, runs even farther than I have expected. But the Harpers are quite important in quite a great many of things. Things that I want to accomplish, things that will probably help the world. But there are towns falling left and right to giants now. There's much more at stake. I already thought the stakes were high, but there's so much now. I want to help you, Lucius. I do. Kaiser has been, of course, as good of a friend as I could not even imagine for you, as you want so much to get him back. He has also been a good friend and ally to us, to all of us. You want to go to the Harpers first and try to make amends with them and ask for their assistance? Is this correct?
I think taking the time to go to Everland will take too long. Kaiser could be dead by then. There's a chance that if we go to Lady Chandril, she may be able to pull some favors and activate some Harper agents that are nearby. But at the end of the day, I don't know what to do next.
Well, it did not sound like she had much of a Harper presence around here if she was tasking us to go to Erland to inform them. So I don't know how much that she can actually aid us in this.
I mean, hopefully there is, but yes, I am also skeptical of the support we would be able to gain without going to Everland personally. I suppose we could ask, so. But I am not thinking that this will be a favorable outcome for you. Lucius, if there is a choice of having to go to Everland to get support, or just going to try to find Kaiser, which one are you going to choose?
I have
Or is
to
there
find my
another
friend.
option? Ah,
If there's another option, then we can look for it, but there isn't much time, and I will go to the ends of the earth to save my friend. And if that's where this takes us, after the Zentrum, after Maya, then I'll go. And I may die trying. But I'd give my life for his any day of the week.
it is probably not what you want to hear, Lucius, but I mean, as much as I would want to save Kaiser, I do not want to lose my life over it. I'm willing to. I'm willing to go try to save Kaiser, but not with just the four of us. We need more. Now, if we cannot get that from the Harpers, perhaps I can enlist some aid from Mirabah. Is this possible? I cannot guarantee it, but we need something else before I am going to go. I'm trying to accomplish so much. I cannot just throw it away, even if Kaiser is in danger, and even if he was a good friend to you and to all of us. Make no mistake, I want to save him, but again, we need more.
What if I offer a trade? To buy you time.
What do you mean?
I've been working on some magic. Long ago, I was trying to find a way to hunt down Maya so I could see if she was alright. I finally figured it out. A bit too late. But I think I could contact her. Offer myself for Kaiser. That might give you enough time to get to Everland and enlist aid.
Wait, that's a bad idea. I don't think that's a great idea. You can't just offer yourself up. And besides, that's what Maya wanted anyway. It's not going to do if Kaiser will have to do, then that means that she preferred you, and we can't give her what she wants because that just means that she'll do whatever she needs, and maybe because she couldn't get you, she'll still try, and then we'll have the time that we need.
That's why I'm confident she'll take the deal.
What about a different kind of deal? Instead of a life for life, what about a life for an artifact?
I'm willing to give it to the Zentrum to save Kaiser, but I know that's not what's best for the world. I'm not a good man. I'm selfish, and I would do that every time I would give that up. But I didn't want to do this for the rest of you. I knew that I have already lied too much.
Do you guys see my fucking the earthquake happening right now? My computer's shaking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's actually pretty bad.
Well, get in a doorway. You don't have to stay in front of the stream. Yeah, get safe. Go
Holy
be safe.
fuck.
Go be safe.
It's like really bad.
Yeah, get in a doorway. Go be safe. Go, you lunatic. You don't have to stream.
I think it's okay.
Okay. That's pretty crazy. It's still shaking. Yeah, get in a doorway. Whatever you gotta do.
That's crazy.
I can't believe she sat there at the computer. May, why? The streaming life is not that important. The viewers will forgive you. We're just waiting to see if May is in the San Andreas sequel or not here.
Jeez, yikes.
Oh my god, it's still going on.
It is.
Okay, no, it's done.
It
Alright,
looks
we're
like it's
good.
done. Looks like it's done.
Okay.
And then there will be the aftershocks, though.
Yeah, those aren't as big though.
Okay.
Dude, that was fucking crazy. Okay.
I don't live
That
in a
is
place where
crazy.
there's earthquakes, so.
It's not my choice. I had to do the work.
Are you safe? Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what matters
Okay,
more.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Thanks.
Where the fuck were we? Shit.
Okay,
Oh, Lucius is offering a bargain with his new magic. Yeah.
Well, when
I would give up any day of the week for Kaiser, but I didn't think you all would be on board with that.
we are in a bit of a time-sensitive position, I think temporarily giving them the artifact for Kaiser, then going to the Harpers and maybe getting assistance from the Harpers to go back and get other artifacts back. I mean, they know that they've taken the one that was here, so the Harpers may be more willing to aid us to go get that back.
The Harpers are going to look too kindly on me giving over the Rod of the Wundendad back to the Zentarum.
They
I
don't
don't think
necessarily need
that's-
to know about that. They don't know that you have it, right?
That's true, I have kept it secret.
They don't know. They can't hold it against you. They might learn in the future, but I mean, we are
But
on
are
a
you all
time-sensitive
okay with that?
subject.
We'd be holding a lie against the Harpers. I know you're trying to make diplomatic relations with them, Zane. And I told you I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize that. It was
This
a
whole-
promise.
This whole time, Zane's like clutching the rod a little tighter, and talking about it, and saying, "You remember our dealings with Lemmy? You remember that he was able to read minds, to possess that? What did you say the Harpers do not, if this is done, theoretically, and this is given to the Zentarum, and we meet with the Harpers and ask for their assistance, why would there be any reason to believe that they would not figure it out close to on the spot, that it was us who gave it to them?"
Well, Nami also mentioned that he can modify memories. If we don't remember doing that or having it, then they can't know about it.
Already, or at least on his way. Would be interesting, but I don't think it's something that is going to be able to happen here. It is a good idea, though, but at the end of the day, if we all forget that we ever had it, and when we've just given a very powerful artifact to one of our largest enemies, I would rather go myself and leave the artifact with you. I believe in you all so much. And if I die for it, then that's my decision. But I trust you would come back with the cavalry.
Yes, I do not believe that giving them this is a very good idea. They already possess what they have taken from here. Maybe they possess more. Giving them this could potentially lead to the destruction of all. You all realize that that is what is at stake here, potentially, correct? It is not just pieces of an artifact that cannot ever be completed. People are doing this with intentions of utilizing it sometime in the near future. Or so it seems, at least. There are many forces that we would not be able to take on alone, forces that so many would not be able to take on together. There are hundreds of fire giants, hundreds of storm giants. The whole entire Zentarium, empowered by whatever this is, empowered by whatever it can do. And part of the fate of that rests right here, in all of our hands. It is very important what we choose to do with it.
If you're not doing that trade, then I see only one option for myself, not just to go and try and get Kaiser back. One way or another. If you want to take the fraud and go to Hoppers yourself, Zane, and get back up, then that's just your choice. But I choose to go and save Kaiser without giving up one of our own.
I didn't
Yes.
want it to come to this. The spell I was talking about. I only ever thought about using it for Maya, but I could talk to my father. And he may be within Everland already. But there's a high chance that he just doesn't even respond.
And who is your father, Lucius?
Etienne Cavaleres of the Harpers.
A powerful figure there?
More of a merchant, at least as far as I knew. But he trained a hell of a liar, so I'm sure he's a good enough one himself.
And if you contact him, if he responds, hoping that he will get the Harpers to assist.
That would be the hope. But I think that's a longer shot than us four marching into the Zentrum encampment and rescuing Kaiser.
If that is the case, and that is not a chance I'm willing to bet on. Aubrey, you would walk to go save Kaiser. You would walk into whatever Zentrum trap that is with no assistance, and you are comfortable with that?
Yes, I am. I've already lost someone. I will not lose another person that I care about.
I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more if it meant that we would save Kaiser.
Is that your maximum? It's potentially more than 1,000 miles away.
I mean, I guess we'll have horses, so yeah, we can go more than
Okay.
1,000.
But ideally it's around 1,000.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I have to try. I have to try and contact him.
If that is the best shot of
What else
providing
can we do?
assistance, I do
We
not
can walk
know.
to
Lucius.
Everland and Kaiser may be dead by the time we get back. We can go in ourselves, but I know you're not happy with that solution, and frankly, yes, I don't believe our odds of a survival are necessarily in a comfortable zone, but I've accepted death at any time.
It appears that all of you have.
For any of you, yes. So I suppose that's where we're at. We go on a wing of a prayer. And we hope that my cold father can find it in his heart to send aid To the
It's worth a
devil
shot,
be
at
banished.
least.
All right.
Send word to everybody that we've helped.
What shall I say? I've never even thought about it. What would I even say to him? I said sorry enough. That won't do.
Perhaps what might hold more weight? If there is weight to be held in words, a promise of some sort of action, some sort of something that you know that they would like to hear.
Well, I thought that helping at Nightstone, defending Tribor, dealing with these interim threats best that I can, and bringing the Vondendaterad back to, well, not back, I suppose, to the Harpers, would be enough. But I really don't know. So I suppose I just tell him what we've done and what we need. We hope for the best. But there's a limit to how much I can do.
Perhaps it is enough, Lucius. Perhaps it is enough. Let us hope.
So who would you like to cast sending to?
Etienne Cavaliers, my father.
Alrighty, you have 25 words.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, father. I'll make this quick. We defended Tribor. We defended Nightstone. The Zentrum have my friend. Chandra asked for the Harpers to activate. Please send aid. I don't need your forgiveness. The last 5.
Yeah. Who was that? Anyway, you hear back. Well, if it isn't the Hellspawn himself. And where and when would you like me to send this aid?
Well, I have one more cast. Believe.
You do. You have two third level spell slots.
I will. Well, I'll be damned, he actually responded. I guess I might as well try one more time. And
You did? Something promising?
He asked me where and when for the aid. I guess I'll tell him. And I will cast Sending once more. We're going to strike at the Zentrum to get our friend back. As much as you can spare in Tribor immediately.
I'll see what I can spare in the time that I can spare it. all year.
It doesn't seem like we'll be getting the help fast enough. But it's possible. I can try again tomorrow. Didn't sound very happy to hear from me.
At least he answered, Lucius. That's
Yes, well,
promising, right?
left more questions than answers.
Well, we could go on our way to the northwest just to gain information, find out more about where Kaiser went exactly. If you're able to cast a spell from any distance, then you should be able
Yes.
to relay information to them when needed, if
As long
they
as I
are
know
sending
the
help.
market very well, I can use it to make sure Kaiser's alive. Well,
Might be able to find out where Kaiser is by just talking to him. You might have some idea, depending on where they're keeping him.
we can try. Tomorrow, of course.
Hmm.
That's all I can do for now.
That is a very good point. I mean, I did not want to admit it until now, but it seems to me as if a good chance that Kaiser might be dead. But if you can do that, then you can check if this is the case or not. Hopefully it is not. I very much hope that it is not the case.
He's not dead. I
You
will
know it?
confirm I will confirm it tomorrow, but I know.
From what I recall, it seemed like she wanted one of us. I mean, she was trying to get Lucius to go with her, right?
It appeared as such, yes. But to what end? We do not know. I don't think we know.
I am
Do we?
dying to know why she wanted me. I cannot think of a single reason.
Must have some use to her. Speaking of Maya, given her allegiance and everything that's occurred, have any of you given thought to perhaps this is who you've been hearing about?
What with her brilliant copper hair and matching necklace? I've given thought. Didn't even cross my mind until I saw Kaiser floating away.
Seems that that is likely, I would say, at this point even. I suppose that gives us power in some sense, knowing who Copperhead is.
Wait, Maya's Copperhead? How did you guys figure that out?
The signs, Elisa, the signs. What was that?
I didn't even think about that. I thought she was working with the giants.
Well, that might not be entirely wrong, as Lady Chandrel said. If they're working as brokers, they may, in fact, at the end of the day, be kind of working with the giants, so it's okay, Alyssa.
Hmm. Do you think so? That they are working with the giants?
Not really, no.
That could be a possibility. I am skeptical myself. It appears that so many people want parts of this for themselves. The Zentarim, the Harper, the giants, everyone.
I think the Zentarum wouldn't be opposed to trading with the giants. But I
Perhaps
don't
not.
think they're working for them, no.
Sometimes seem like the type to work for themselves.
Yeah.
Plus, back in Westlanta, wasn't their hideout taken over by some of those ogres, giants, whatever.
That's true. Doesn't
Yes.
mean to me that they wouldn't sell to them, though.
Seems to me that they might hold a grudge against the giants, though.
Very possibly.
Oftentimes, people not necessarily forgive, but if they can strike a deal that is beneficial to them, they would do it, no matter the past. They would be skeptical, but they would do it still. Let us hope this is not the case, however. The mooring or feuding could prove to be very beneficial to us, I think.
What's our next move? I cannot attempt to reach Kaiser or anyone else until tomorrow.
Of
But what
course.
can we do today? I want to start moving. We have to start working. We have to find something. Do something. We can't just sit here anymore.
Leave, right?
I agree with Alyssa. I think we lack information on where they took Kaiser or where they went, and we're making our way northwest and finding out that information. Not necessarily going into the den of the beast, so to speak. In the very least, trying to find out where they are. Gives us more help, gives us more power if we are able to get the aid to the harbors.
Then let us inform Lady Chandrel that I've spoken with my father, and that I have told him to send aid to Tribor.
And just to be clear, Lucius,
Yes.
he seems that he would do it, would send it.
Honestly, can I make someone check to see if I believed that he would actually send aid?
Sure. Roll insight. I
Okay.
will roll my
14
own.
plus 7, 21.
You have a sense that you're gonna have to flip a coin to see if he's gonna.
That's what I mean, that's what I was gonna say, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a toss-up. But we'll tell Lady Chandrel that I've asked of him to send help, send aid, and have her send more to assist us to the northwest when they arrive. Or, potentially, have her send some people that are here now, anyone that's able, willing, with reinforcements coming from Everland. She may not be open to leaving that gap, but we can try. We have to try. All we can do.
Yes, I suppose so. I am personally very curious, at least finding out where it is that Kaiser was taken to. As you all know, I have my aversions to wanting to walk directly into it alone. But I'm willing to travel.
We'll
And I
move
think
slow.
traveling... Oh, okay.
We'll move quiet. We won't strike until we have numbers or a plan. We won't throw our lives at it. Same. But we will save him. We will save him.
Okay. I hope you believe that. It seems moments ago you were willing to. I mean, I suppose you're willing to, but you were just trying to throw your life away. For whatever small chance it was. If there is a plan, if there is something that helps me believe that it is a favorable outcome, that we're not just walking in to die, then I very much will do it. I will go. But there has to be something. Perhaps you talking to Kaiser, and if Kaiser is alive, perhaps something can be figured out there. And the reinforcements that are on the way from Everland, or that we acquire here, that helps the situation exponentially. suppose we look through whatever it is that Lady Chandrel has given us. Perhaps it would help us as well.
Yes.
And then we talk to her.
Let us look.
Okay.
In the giant's bag, you find 4 basic healing potions, 2 greater.
Sorry.
You're all right. 2 greater healing potions, and
Writing all this down.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,500 gold. And that's what you find. Oh, Jesus.
For regular 2 greater 1,500 gold.
Yep.
All right. Well, it appears that it is some things that will help and assist. There is some gold as well. So, like, hand out a healing potion, 1 regular healing potion to everybody. And then split the gold. And there's 2 of these, stronger ones. Who wants these?
I'm able to heal with my magic, so
Of course.
one of you that can't, it may be better. I believe Alyssa heals as well. Why don't you two hold on to them?
Okay. Here you go, Aubrey.
Right. Which was a greater healing potion.
Yeah, 1 great sign, 1 regular healing potion. And 375 gold to everyone.
Whew. Alrighty. Okay. So you all sort that kind of thing out, and I imagine gather yourselves. Where are you planning on heading in the morning? Are you waiting to see if the supplies come, or what?
We're going to Lady Chandrel first. I believe it was planned like. Well, unless it's like night right now, we plan to do that.
It's not
right
night.
now.
You can do that.
Yeah, we plan to do that now. I believe, right? This
Yeah.
was, okay.
So as you step into Lady Chandrel's office, we're going to cut over to Kaiser.
Oops.
Alrighty. You still are laying in the cold dungeon. You now can at least speak. You still have a blindfold on you, and you're still in shackles. A few hours are passing, and you are still so exhausted, still so unrested. The door kind of opens, and 2 figures now stand before you. A short, feminine, dark elf, and a cloaked figure with a heavy black hood. It is a purple hood with these kind of black, this black lining. He has a single silver, black and silver glove, a leather glove with a brilliant, shiny silver webbing across it on his right hand. He has a staff as well on his left that he leans on. You cannot see him. You make out his elves are pretty androgynous, but you can kind of assess out some more masculine features, and you can the only thing you see is this brilliant white teeth and a kind of permanent smile and smirk beneath his heavy hood. As you look up, the feminine form again steps into your jail cell and takes off your blindfold a little bit and tosses it on the ground. You can see her fully realized. She's just staring at you in the eyes.
I just kind of stare back.
Do you want to play a game, Kaiser?
Sure.
you tell me, how is it that you find yourself fighting these days?
I find myself fighting.
What techniques have you adopted? Styles?
Um, I use what small amounts of things that have been left to me from my parents and use them to train myself usually.
Do you prefer a lithe blade? Magic? A heavy sword?
Oh. Um due to this kind of training, I'm pretty versatile in what blades I use. So any type of blades usually work.
She smacks your hand. Whack! You may be capable of wielding several blades, as many of us are, but you have your preferences. And you can see a magical longsword behind her that the mage figure holds out. This is your weapon, is it not?
Yes, at the moment, yeah.
Okay. She says that's disappointing. Surface dwellers are often over encumbered by the armor they wear and the weapons they wield. Would you like to learn? But she says, I suppose we'll have to work with what we have, won't we? But first, you're a terrible liar. And all warfare is based on deception. So we're going to play a game. I want you to tell me 3 facts about yourself. Make one of them a lie.
Make one of them a lie. I own a house in Waterdeep. I have friends that live in the house. And I have a dog from the orphanage. His name was Rusty.
She looks at you. Go ahead and roll deception with disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Okay. Deception. That's a 3. Why are the second rules always so good?
Yeah, that's funny. She looks at you. She says, "A dog named Rusty. Really?"
I was taught the best way to hide a lie is to usually give enough details about it that seems plausible.
No, that's entirely the wrong instinct.
Oh.
The more outlandish, the more unbelievable, the better the lie. Now, my name is Sinzara. I am the daughter of the most powerful archmage in Menzoberranzan. And I've come here in search of my family. Which one of those is a lie?
I would assume it'd be the Metzoberranzan.
She smacks you.
Heck.
You are terrible at the game. But you'll get better. She stands up.
Wait. Oops, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, why are you calling me Kaiser?
It's your real name, Kaiser. Kaiser.
I just begin thinking.
You really don't know anything about your parents, do you?
I know some, but of course, you could probably tell not a lot.
No. Unshackle him. Get him a bed and some supper. Allow him to rest. We have training to do.
What do I have on me currently?
Not jack shit, bro.
Jack shit.
Yeah,
All right.
Write that down. Not a goddamn thing.
Jack shit.
What about his shoes, though?
Do it, my red bottoms.
No, fuck no.
The red bottom.
I look to the drow. She's wearing them. Okay.
Get some rest. And you're able to, when you so choose, complete an extended rest, which will remove 1 point of exhaustion.
Pog, down to 4.
Oh, God. All right. Back at Tribor. You enter into Lady Chandra. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You enter Lady Chandral's office, and she says, "Have you come to see me before you depart?"
I've spoken to my father.
All right.
I asked him to send aid to Tribor. Mentioned your name, mentioned what has happened here.
Ambitious of you.
Yes, well, desperate times. We've come here because going after Kaiser with just the 4 of us may be a fool's errand, but we're kind of committed to doing it at this point. So, are there any able-bodied men or women that are willing or able to assist us? Going after Kaiser, going after Maya. The main goal, of course, is just to get Kaiser and get out, but I presume he's somewhere where we'll run into her as well.
There might be an able body or two. I guess the trouble is knowing where he'll be going. But yes, there's very likely an able body or two that would likely accompany you. As I understand it, you were able to make friends with Urgala, the innkeeper. She's quite capable.
Yes, we did get on with her. And hopefully there are people you can spare. As, well, I'm hoping that my father wasn't lying to me and is sending aid to Tribor. Harper aid. Which is what you asked of us, correct? Was to ask for. To tell the Harpers of what was happened and ask for aid.
To aid Tribor, not to aid rescuing Kaiser.
Exactly, which is what I've done, is ask them to aid Tribor. But that's why I'm asking of you, Lady Chandral, if you can spare any men or women from here to assist us.
I could ask Urgala to go with you. She's quite the capable warrior. She also has her hounds. The issue is with committing too many resources is not only is Tribor incredibly vulnerable right now, but we don't know where you'll be going. And sending any kind of expansive force could send the wrong messages to whatever town, municipality, or nomadic lowland you'll be traveling to. It could spark a fight.
I don't want to ask for a company of soldiers, just a small band. We can lay low. Act as an adventuring party.
Most of our warriors have been dispensed with. The few that survived have to attend to their homes. I cannot even promise you more than 1 or 2 souls. I would ask that Urgala go with you.
And we would be eternally grateful for that. Urgala is a very capable fighter, and her help could make all the difference.
It absolutely could.
Zane, any more?
There is another thing I can grant you. She opens her desk. She pulls out a glass wand. This is what is known as a glass blaster. It has 3 charges. You can cast the spell Thunderwave, Shatter, and Lightning Bolt. And then it explodes. And she sets it on the desk.
That can definitely come in handy.
Yes, that, the potions, the gold, and Urgala should be more than enough to have a fair chance at rescuing Kaiser.
You've been more than gracious, Lady Chandra. I am grateful. One more thing I might ask. Are there any shops in town that would sell scrolls or wands or enchantments? Things. I'm looking for something that could help with, well, what I presume will be a breakout.
The only enchanter we had in town was Lemmy Two Shoes, and, well, that's where that is.
Yes.
For enchantments, you'd have to go to Neverwinter or Red Larch.
Very well. That is all from me. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck rescuing Mr. Snowden.
Yes, I hope the aid from Evelyn derives. I know I'm not the most ideal messenger to have brought that news, but it's the quickest way I could.
Hopefully my name is enough that they will send aid. Alyssa, you're smiling an awful lot. Muted.
No!
Wait.
Muted again.
No, I feel like I wasn't muted.
You weren't. You were definitely muted.
No, because then I hit it, and then and then you were like, no, muted. So I think it was like, sometimes I think I talk.
Just didn't get
I think your headset has
but
an
it doesn't get
insane.
picked up.
I think your headset has like an insane noise gate. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 1,000,000 decibels. All right. But what were you saying?
Nothing.
Okay. You're just smiling. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty. You depart from Lady Chandral's office.
Before Zane leaves, Lady Chandra, might I have a moment alone?
Of course. We can speak alone.
Okay. And after everyone else leaves, Zane turn around, say, Lady Shenjin, might I ask to converse with you for a moment, not as Zain Korakai, but as a friend looking for advice. I do not ask of this often, but there has so much that has happened in the past couple of days, I do not quite know where to turn. But I'm trying to not make the wrong decision on my own.
I would be happy to offer you some counsel. I could sense you had an air of defeat about you.
In some sense, there is. I do not know. My companions, my friends, the ones who want to go save Kaiser, and make no mistake, I want to go save Kaiser. But during the beginning of that discussion, it seemed as though they just wanted to go throw their lives away, and I did not understand it at first. Obviously, Kaiser is very important, especially to Lucius, but I don't know. You come from a whole lifetime of adventure, right?
I do.
And was there ever times where you walked into something that you were not sure about, that you thought could not possibly go well?
I lived most of my life that way, yes.
How did you do it?
I would think of what would happen if I didn't try. The friends I would lose, the people that would die, the horrors that would be inflicted. And I remembered that the only shame, the only true failure, is not trying at all. To have the opportunity, the means, and the timing to prevent something, or at least try to, and looking the other way, that's failure.
The timing. I suppose that is what it comes down to. The timing.
It never feels like you have enough time.
No, it does not. It feels as though I'm very quickly running out of time. Times I thought I would have quite an abundance of, but with how everything has transpired, the walls are closing in much too quickly.
Well, if you're able to defeat this Maya, this copperhead, perhaps you'll have some more time to yourself.
That is interesting that you say that. Time for myself is not something I generally think about, I suppose. It is all to accomplish something greater, something that oftentimes I'm not even sure if I want.
Part of growing older, part of growing up, is learning what you want out of life and pursuing the things that you want instead of living up to the expectations of the people who raised you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Before I go, there's one last thing I will ask of you. Another letter to send.
Oh, of course.
Thank you. Can I write it now?
Absolutely.
And then, yeah, thank you.
Absolutely.
Alright, Zane will take the time to write and finish the letter, hand it to her, and say, "Can you make sure this is delivered to Rosalia Korakai, my sister? And tell her to read it, and then give it to Eraki. She will know who that is."
Certainly.
Thank you.
I remember when I was young enough to receive letters from handsome men halfway across the world, and she sends the letter off.
Zane blushes, looks away.
You'll be all right, Zane. You've got good friends, and you're a capable warrior.
Thank you. It means a lot coming from you.
Good luck.
Likewise.
Well,
Au revoir.
bye-bye.
And Zane leaves.
Okay. It is now darkness is now setting in on the town of Tribor as it gets into about 8 p.m. or so. What do you all wish to do?
Let us speak with Ergala, or did Lady Chandrel say that she was going to fetch her for?
You can say Lady Chandrel can send word, but Ergala, you're staying at Ergala's inn, so.
Right, so might as well. Yeah. Okay. Let us maybe head to sleep early and get a quick start tomorrow. Make sure everything is all set with Ergala to join us. Does that ease your mind at least a little bit, Zane? She's quite capable.
She is, yes.
So once you enter into the inn, Ergala does rendezvous with you and speaks to you and says, "I understand that I'm supposed to accompany you all somewhere north."
Yes, we're going after Kaiser.
All right. I'll be ready in the morning if you are.
Thank you, Ergala. Means
Hey.
the world to us.
I used to be an adventurer. What's coming out of retirement for a little while is not the worst thing. So, you are all able to rest for the night if you so choose. Okay. You awake the next morning in the town of Tribor to a fair amount of hustle and bustle happening outside. People are reconstructing the town, and there seems to be a large kind of wagon caravan or something in the center, in the town center.
Question.
Yeah.
Does gunpowder exist within Forgotten Realms? I don't know for sure.
It exists in my Forgotten Realms.
And in enough abundance to buy a keg worth?
Oh, well, not in Tribor. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Alright.
We'll do a probability game.
19.
Okay. Alright. So, what do you wish to do?
I will, when I awaken, I will first find everyone else.
Okay.
I'm ready to cast a spell on Kaiser. I hope he responds. Is there anything you all want to ask him? I was thinking just to ask him, is he okay? Does he know where he is? Is he with Maya? I've probably got room for one or two more.
I mean, that sounds like about all the information that we're probably going to get, if he knows any of that, so. Perhaps, is there anyone else besides Maya there as well?
Alright. I will cast Sending on Kaiser.
Okay. 25 words. Hit him with it.
Kaiser. Are you okay? Do you know where you are? Is Maya there? Is anyone else there? We're coming to get you. Hang in there.
No one answers for like 5 seconds. And then... Because, like, I'm somewhere. Maya was here yesterday. I am alright. I'm taking calculated risks. I met someone very interesting, and we'll see how that pans out. But other than that, right now I'm okay. I'll update you. This is over. I've been cut off already. I've been cut off somewhere in there. I don't know how the spell works. That's why I would have just kept
Exactly.
Yeah.
We had a nice dinner. And this is
I
my
think
breakfast.
we did get the meat and potatoes
You
there.
did.
We got the. Eventually, he just stopped. But we got the important part there.
It's like,
It's still going. Like,
how are you
hello?
guys doing? Like, is everything all right? Did everyone make it through? Like, what did they give you? Is the town okay? Like,
He's alive.
I don't have my shoes on. Are they down there? Did they fall off mid-flight?
Your red bottoms are safe.
Okay. Okay.
He's alive. He responded. He doesn't know where he is. He didn't sound amazing. Maya was there yesterday, but he said he started saying something about someone new. I didn't catch much more of that. So there's someone else there watching him.
I'm glad he is alive.
Yeah, it's just good to know that he is alive, and unfortunately he doesn't know where he is, but I suppose that was to be expected. It would have made our lives a lot easier if he had some clues about that, but...
Well, suppose we should pack our things
Yes.
and get ready.
I'm going to pack rather quickly because I want to go see if I can purchase something before we leave.
Alright. Thank you all. We can do this.
Agreed, I
Sure.
believe in us.
Where should we start?
We've gotten through all sorts of shit before, so...
Yes, hopefully this is the last time we have to kick Center a mass, yes?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of enjoyable kicking their ass constantly.
Well, this will likely be one of the most difficult times. Where to first? Northwest? There's a lot out northwest.
Northwest, if we're not following the road, would take us quite straight into the Neverwinter Woods. We could either follow the road, west and kind of go towards the coast and Helm's Hold.
We could stop by Neverwinter and try and stock up on some more powerful supplies. We do have quite a bit of gold we've stumbled into.
Yes. They might also have information about airships that have
It's
been
very
seen
possible.
or nearby.
As we go along, we should always be asking about the airships.
Of
Someone
course.
has to have seen it. It's not very conspicuous.
It's rather hard to hide the airship, I believe.
Well, let's fetch our gala and you can make that stop and we'll head out.
Right.
Urgala is ready and able to come with you. She grabs her giant slayer, great sword, great axe. Can't remember which one it is, but big old fucking giant slayer weapon that she's got, and one of her hounds. She leaves one of the hounds behind with her assistant. And no, she's gonna leave both hounds behind. No, I'm gonna take one of the hounds with, so I can give you guys shit when you try to talk to him. One of the hounds comes with, and Aubrey. You are, in fact, able to find, wouldn't you know it? So, in the center, in the town square, there is this kind of supply depot that is kind of occurring. And it would appear the Harpers have already sent some supplies. Among those supplies is a keg of gunpowder.
Great. Well, she would like to purchase this keg of gunpowder.
Okay.
It is available to be purchased.
It is not. However, because you are a hero, Tribor, the barrel would normally run for 250 gold. They will give it to you for 150 gold.
Great. That seems fair. She will get it for 150 gold.
So,
And then... Is it possible to get into a bag of holding?
what?
Well, she has a bag of holding. Is it possible to get it into the bag of holding?
Yeah, bag of holding's opening is decent. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It can fit most typical adventuring gear.
All right. She would purchase it and then put it in there.
God,
Easy storage.
God bless. Oh my god. And you all set out. Are you going west towards Neverwinter, north towards Longsaddle, or are you going straight northwest into Neverwinter Wood? What's the plan? Or well, Star Metal Hills, I guess. There's a nice one. Do I have the map set to player view? Am I
I'm
good?
looking at
There
it
we go.
right now.
Yeah.
What
If we
even?
go through the wood itself, it's fastest, but it's the most dangerous. It might be smartest to head to Neverwinter and try and get more information. Just trying to think if there's anyone else I can contact that might help, but I don't think I have anybody.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure he'd necessarily be of use in Mirabar. But Lemmy did say that he would help us find the Zentarum agent. I don't know if he'd necessarily be able to help us find Maya, being in Mirabar, but he could be someone that we contact along the way, see if he has anything to aid us.
Yes, that's definitely something we can try. So I suppose Neverwinter?
I think that is probably the best location that we're going to find out both information and supplies.
Alright. Let's get those horses and head out.
Alright.
I think they're in the back.
The horses are in the back. You are able to assemble them, and you take your horses down to the Old Town Road and settle.
Yes.
Head west.
I'm gonna ride.
Yeah, until you can't no more.
Yep.
By the way, Lil Nas X is gay. Happy Pride, everybody.
Yay! I like how he was like, was it not obvious?
Yeah.
That was the best part.
With like that really obscure tower in the middle of a neon. God damn it. The meme king. Okay. Kaiser. Kaiser.
Kaiser.
That's the real name. No.
Keister.
Keister.
Okay.
You awake with now only 4 points of exhaustion. Lucky you. You can actually move now, but your speed is
Pog, half speed.
Yeah. Half speed, half health. Hurt or whatever. And that figure is there yet again. Have you thought more about our game?
Yes, I have a set of truths and lies.
Go ahead and try.
Over my time in the orphanage, I learned 4 languages. After the orphanage, I worked at a library near the orphanage so I could help out when I needed to. And within the orphanage, there used to be a minotaur that would fix and help out in the building as a renovator.
Roll deception.
Deception at disadvantage. Oh, a 2 this time.
What's the total?
A 2.
Okay.
Total 2.
All right. Okay. She looks at you, and based on what Matt knows, I believe the Minotaur is the lie.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that was very good. Well, that was better. Excuse me. That was better. The Minotaur seemed so obvious, but it gave me just a flicker of doubt in my mind. That is a good lie. But better lies prey on people's hopes and dreams. You wanted to believe my name was Sinzara, and you wanted to believe that I was here looking for my family. And I think we both know why.
How old are you?
I look good for my age.
I got a good age range from that.
So, my turn. My name is Atrina. My husband died. My first husband died when I was very young. Yeah. Double check. And I am here looking for my family.
I don't think your name's a trainer.
Very good. Do you know what men are in our society?
Would I?
Roll history.
Roll that goddamn history at disadvantage.
Yeah! Your fucking brain is scrambled.
Ooh, I have a +3 to history for some reason, so I'm about to pog. Seven.
You know that it's not great to be a man in Drow society.
Right. I would assume it's basically that the women are the higher-ups in the general society.
Men are trash. They're the dirt at our feet. They're only good for breeding and fighting. And many of them can't even satisfy those requirements. What are you good for, Kaiser? What are you good at?
I believe I am good at. I've inherited a lot of knowledge of tactics and warfare.
And there's a kind of scraping noise as a strange, shadowy figure wielding your longsword kind of just tosses it into the cage. Lands next to you. Warfare. Fighting. Show me what you're worth.
Sorry.
And she will allow you to attack her. At disadvantage.
At disadvantage. Do I want to?
Before exhaustion, or you'd be like so weak doing like
I would like to fuck. Oh, I think this is such a bait. Ooh.
Welcome to my DMing. Why are you hesitating, Kaiser? I've given you a command.
Ooh, all right, I'll do it.
Attack with disadvantage.
Attack with disadvantage. Okay. That's a plus that number. Yep. Roll 5. Ooh, 18.
Damn, with disadvantage. So you surprisingly swing, and you see she's like, and you miss her just by.
Oh shit! She's Neo.
And she steps and she just tilts her head back briefly as the sword swings in front of her face, and she comes back at you, and with a dagger goes to strike you. You don't have any of your armor on. That is a 25 to hit. You are going to take 7 points of damage.
Ooh, and like 90 poison.
3 points of poison damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, so that's 10 damage, and then con saved. Or saves a disadvantage exhaustion. Let me check.
Yep, I think so. At that level.
Yep, it's saving throws. Yep. Con saving throw, and I don't have the cloak, so it's just +6.
Thank you, Squid Gloves. Oh, thank you, Roll the Roll. I'm like, who are all these new people in chat? Thank you, Roll the Roll, for rating. You all are so sweet.
That's an 8.
You fail. You are poisoned for 1 minute, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. You have been affected by a wicked strike.
Monka S. Okay.
So as she kind of just kicks back very slyly and then stabs you in the abdomen, she's like, so you leave yourself open and you move like a lumbering ox, and then she lists away into the shadows, and you cannot see her because you do not have dark vision. You can't even see what you're aiming at.
Dodge.
Use your action to dodge?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I could wait in these shadows forever. Till you are too tired to keep your eyes open. I could wait till you drop your guard. How can you live like this? You are so weak.
I don't say anything.
Okay. She is going to strike from a hidden position, but you have dodged, so it's just a straight roll.
I have alert, so technically it wouldn't be an advantage anyway. So it's disadvantage, I believe, right?
Well, that just protects you from being surprised. It's not the same thing as an unseen attack or hidden.
No, I think it's unseen attack. I could be wrong though.
It's just versus surprise.
Yeah. Other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you.
Oh, okay. Right on. So then that is disadvantage. 19 to hit.
Oh, well fucking yeah. Worth a try.
You take 7 points of damage of piercing and then 2 points of poison.
No, I'm poisoned. Let me add that. Okay.
Yep. And you can't. You do not have to make a con save because you're already poisoned by the same effect. So she is now behind you and has dug a dagger into your side.
Can I strike?
You can. Disadvantage because you're exhausted.
Right. Do we get both my attacks or just one?
Both.
Oh, pug. Okay, so first attack at disadvantage. That's a 12. Fuck.
Miss.
Oh, next attack.
Yeah. Oh, miss. So you do like a very quick swing around, and she dodges, and then you come back around with another swing. You're exhausted. You're so tired, and you swing around. The fire is kind of illuminating the area, but she's just ducking and weaving.
Can I second win?
Sure.
Ooh, pug. Bonus action. Second win. 1d10 plus 5. 14 HP. Okay.
She will use her bonus action to disengage and move away from you, and then steps back into the shadows as you rely on fire and daylight. But you shouldn't have to. You are so much better than this. But they had you on the surface, and you were not blessed by our goddess. They would watch you at night. They prayed to the goddess to bless you. But you were born away from her good graces.
Alright.
And then she doesn't come out of the shadows. She doesn't speak again. She is just gone.
I will sit there till I probably just stand in like a defensive position till I can.
Okay. You eventually collapse from exhaustion and fall asleep. Back on the Old Town Road. It's gonna be like 7 sessions of this. Gonna take my horse.
It's fucking the battle for my life. My friends just having fun, traveling on some horses. I hope you guys have some fun, man.
They're going to a fucking shopping episode while you're dealing with Darth Sidious in some cave. Christ.
By the way, who took the wand? Who has that?
The glass blaster?
I assume I have it because I was like sitting next to her. But we can pass that somewhere if we need to. But as of now, I got it.
Oh, small detail. Well, you'll have noticed as well, Zane usually has like fabric-y stuff that matches his outfit covering his horns. He does not have that today. But everything else is the same.
Still looking fly. Yeah, clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. You are all able to move along the trail. It's going to take you. Let me do a quick little check here. You're going to Neverwinter, yeah?
Yep.
So very roughly. Oh fuck! Why is this country so big? It's gonna take you like 8 days to get to Neverwinter, even on horseback.
Aren't we cutting through the woods?
Oh, are you?
We said we
No,
weren't. But,
okay, never mind.
Yeah.
but
Now that I know it's gonna be 8 days.
That would save you 2, 3. Save you. That would actually save you almost 4 days, I think. Almost.
so it gets half the time.
Yep. Just because you're
Would
yeah.
Would we be having to travel slower in the woods or no?
You would. So I'd say closer to 3 days, since it's not based off of pure mileage. Yeah, 3 days. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't be spending all this time going south when you actually need to go north, and you could cut through and save yourself a little time. But yeah, going through the woods, if it would be pretty great, provided you don't get lost eaten by giant spiders, bewitched by fey creatures, sacrificed by witches, hunted down by Urtgar barbarians,
Yeah.
killed by treants.
But if none of those things happen,
You will save 3 days.
all right, we're probably taking the road.
I think we should go through the woods.
I mean, the woods are probably faster, but they're also full of more dangers than the road. There's also likely not many people that we're going to run into in the woods that we can ask about the airship. So
Okay. I think that we would be okay because my friends are in the woods and they would probably take care of us.
Your friends have seen the airship as well, then?
Oh, well, no. Well, maybe. They might have seen the airship. They see lots of things, and it seems like they know everything. But sometimes when I ask them the questions, they don't really tell me the answers. So maybe we should just stick with normal people, since they seem to be able to answer questions.
Okay. Well, if you feel like the woods would work out, we could maybe do that, Alyssa. But for now, stick to the road. We'll just have to try and make it there. Every day I will cast Sending on Kaiser to make sure he's not dead.
Okay.
Good call, good call.
hey, girl, checking in. How you doing?
Hey, boo. Go ahead and hit us.
Kaiser, we're on the Old Town Road.
Go ahead and hit us with that sending.
We're going shopping.
Okay,
So
so it'll probably be slightly different each time, me asking kind of how he is.
Fuck, it is hot.
Is he like, are there... Yeah, I guess I'll just do one, and then talk about what I do more after that, but... Kaiser. We're on our way to Neverwinter first. We hope to figure out where that airship went. Is Maya still keeping you in the same spot? Who else is there?
A few days ago, they let me sleep in like a actual bed, but after that, I think I went back to my cell. I have not seen Maya, but I can handle this pain.
Throughout, I will keep sending messages as we go, depending. I don't know how many if we're going day by day here, but each day I will send one and just update him that we are continuing on to Neverwinter and continuing to ask for any other information that can help. And probably eventually I'll tell him that, you know, he can only say like 25 words eventually, but it probably slips my mind for 1 or 2 more days before I actually tell him that.
Yeah, he's in the jail cell just like, okay, so then I did this, and then she stabbed me, and then she's all like, you're trash, and...
I'll let her trash. That's great.
But
Oh, righty. So you are all, the 4 of you crest over on Tribord Trail, and the question on the first day of travel does kind of weigh in your minds on which way to go, but for now you decide to stick to the long road ahead, and you make your way towards Neverwinter for the time being. At the same time, Kaiser, you engage in some more of this interesting rearing, training. I don't know, but whatever that is going to look like over the next few days, we will find out next time on Storm King's Thunder Big Boy season. Because we are going to go ahead and call it there for the night. That was a pretty wild little session there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we'll call it there a little earlier than used to because I'm driving to Michigan in the morning and fuck my life. So, we will go around and tell them who you are, yada, remind them of promo that shit, and your favorite moment. Let's start with Tomster.
My name is Tom. My Twitch and Twitter are Tomster _hots. My favorite part, I play Kaiser. My favorite part, probably the entirety of the stuff I was doing, because it's pretty interesting and pretty pog. So I enjoyed it.
Awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. I'm trying here. May.
You're muted.
Actually muted.
Okay. I'm May. I play Alyssa Seleniari. You can find me on Twitter at maybebuzz. And my favorite moment or part from tonight was probably the Lucius and Zane heart-to-heart serious adult time that happened.
That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Casanova.
Hello, I am Casanova. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Casanova Hots, and you can find me on Fridays at Big Boy Season on Bash PR. This is a fun episode. A lot of really good just RP episode. I like it a lot. I guess just my favorite. I don't know if I have a favorite, but the conversation, just kind of that opening conversation was a lot of fun. But then also just watching Tomster be abused by his dark elf mommy is definitely something I'm really enjoying. It's great. So.
Yep, drow mothers are not great. They're not great.
It's really fun to watch that. So.
Or whatever she might be, we will find out. Crowan.
Hello, my name is Crowan. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Crowan. Tomster and I are doing a birthday stream, 4 days, July 9th, both our birthdays, starting at, it is indeed 5 p.m. CST. So make sure to check that out. Favorite part, I think, for me was conversation between Zane and Lady Shendril. I think it's getting Zane to thinking. And we'll leave it at that.
Faye.
Hi, I'm Faye. My Twitter is @FayeHots. My Twitch is Faye14. I stream and stuff, mostly TFT. I also play a lot of D&D, though not just on Fridays. I also play Sundays that I stream, and then there's a Monday campaign that is streamed on twitch.tv/Toucher, and then once in a blue moon, something that's played on Tuesdays. Favorite moment? I mean, the entire conversation of should we go save Kaiser or do we not go save Kaiser was pretty great. But also getting to buy a full keg of gunpowder because of plans was nice as well.
Amazing. Yeah, in Ghost in the Machine, gunpowder barrels have always had an important place. So pretty much any game I run, it's yeah, of course there's gunpowder. Doesn't matter. So I am Matthew Foreman. I am at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. I am a Dungeons & Dragons content creator and tabletop designer here, mostly on Dice Priority, and actually often on variant roles. But yeah, so I am the DM here, and I also DM a Wednesday night show called The Ghost of the Machine. We just had our 50th episode where the party actually failed to stop a very important ritual, and they fucked up. And,
shit.
Yeah, they lost, and they are now a pit fiend has entered the material plane, and they are trying to stop hell on earth from raining for eternity. So that's where that is, and so check that out on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central. We are going to go ahead and raid Legendary Action Official. Oh, my favorite moment is I really enjoy. What I will say about tonight's session is I caught myself. I didn't have to do much, and that was actually pretty cool. I thought it was a very compelling episode, and I didn't have to like go into description or do my thing. Like I was having fun with Kaiser and all that. But it was very laid back for me, and y'all do such a wonderful job role playing, and it was terrific to watch. And thank you for that. So yeah, that was great. But I really enjoy torturing my players, so that was fun. We're gonna raid Legendary Action Official. They are supporters of the channel, and they will be streaming for another couple hours. They're not on their wait screen this time, so that's great. So go show them some love. Follow the channel, subscribe with Twitch Prime, etc., etc., etc. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.